to another exciting episode of Kids on Brooms right here at Proficiency Bonus. I'll be your narrator for today's story. I'm Professor Fern Spindlewheel, and it's so great to have you to join us as we continue our tale. We are back with our wonderful friends today from first semester, and it's been a few days since we last checked in with our students at Weeping Terrace School for the Magically Gifted. Medea, since the afternoon where you discovered the paralyzed Professor Gustav Evergreen within the observatory, Terry has kept a safe distance from you. Apparently, Terry has a phobia of paralyzed professors, and every time that he sees you walking through the hallway, he basically sprints in the opposite direction with that spark of trauma that he witnessed that day. And all the way down the hallway as he's sprinting away, all you can hear is a hail of argumentative parental grunts from his glasses as he makes his way down the hall. Since then, Professor Evergreen has spent the last few days recovering in the medical tower of the school campus. He is recovering quite well from the rumors that you hear, but not many students have seen him or talked to him. But word from the professors is that he's no longer paralyzed and is recovering. Miss Julia Sprout, question for you. Would you go ahead and, first of all, before we get to that question, would you go ahead and describe your character to our audience?
Okay. My name is Julia Sprout. I'm 15 years old, and I have long brown hair that's usually down or in a ponytail and big round glasses. I am a reliable bestie, and I have a black cat named Salem.
Very good, very good. Which house is Julia in out of the houses?
I forgot what you guys were calling them, but whichever one is Ravenclaw.
Whichever one
like
is
the
Ravenclaw. Let's see, which one would be the Ravenclaw?
Nightingale's house, maybe.
What's that?
That's probably Nightingale's house.
Avenoches?
I believe that would be.
Yep, so Avenoches, which is called the Shade House, the colors are purple and black of that house. Yes. She's like, yes, I picked the right one. So that is your house. You find yourself in basically it's a common room that's off the dorms. You do find yourself in the Avenoches common room, and you have met Alistair Nightingale before. Alistair Nightingale is Jason's character, and he spends a lot of time milling over books within the common room. What would Alistair be up to this fine day in the common room?
After previous week's shenanigans, there will be 2 or 3 empty mugs next to like a table and a pile of books and a nice big chair near a now cold fireplace. He will absolutely be just like engrossed in reading a book.
Okay.
I don't know what book though.
What are we reading today? You've been reading it for what looks like quite a long time.
And I forget what it's called.
Are you retaining any of the information that you're reading? You know, you are supposed to drink water as well, not just whatever's been in these mugs. Do you think maybe that's why you're not remembering what you're reading?
What day is it?
Terry looks over your shoulder. Alistair's like, did you cast a spell that made you forget the title of books that you read?
No. I
When you slept.
Maybe yes. What is?
It's
Maybe.
Saturday.
It's not Tuesday? Oh.
Oh my goodness. You're supposed to get between 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night.
I'll get that next week. It's fine.
Well,
Oh,
I heard.
it says here this the book is Strange Machinations, the secrets of they don't want you to know about.
Well, it doesn't look like you're actually learning any of those secrets.
Oh no,
But-
I think it's just a conspiracy book, and I'll just throw it in the fireplace.
Speaking of
It ignites in the
conspiracies,
fire.
speaking of conspiracies, I heard that the professor was never actually paralyzed. I heard he accidentally turned himself into a snake and needed to cover up for that mistake, and so they made a wax figure of him so that it looked like he was never gone in the first place.
That is absolutely horrifying.
I don't know which one's worse, but I mean, if there was a snake around here, I mean, where do you think it would be hiding? Perhaps the girls' restroom? I don't know.
If I was a snake, I don't think I would go to this. Medea's a little scary sometimes.
I agree. If I were a snake, I feel as though I'd try to make my way to the kitchen. I do feel like there'd be many hiding places in there, perhaps something to satisfy myself if I ever get hungry, so I don't eat a student, so to speak.
Ooh, I can help with that. Portcullis. The that door goes to the kitchen now. I'm really good at that one.
Stick. Well, if I were a snake, I'd head right through there. However, I did already have my dinner, considering that it's probably past your dinner time. When is the last time you ate?
I'm gonna look at the mugs. And I'm just gonna
Come with me. And
You're
I
sure
grab
it's not
him.
Tuesday?
It's really not. And I grab him and I start walking towards at least the kitchen or perhaps the dining area to get him something to eat.
Okay, perfect. Let's do this. Julia, if you could, what
Yes.
would you say that your relationship is like with Alistair? Would you say it's on the positive side, or would you say it's on the negative side?
Say it is mostly positive. I would
Okay.
say that he is usually either keeping to himself in reading or otherwise, and I force a friendship upon him.
Okay, got you. Excellent. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, and we're gonna add another element to this relationship.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Just 7.
A 7? Okay. Okay. So, in your past dealings with Alistair, how did Alistair stop a bad rumor about you from spreading?
Well, I suppose the rumor may have been something along the lines of I wear a wig to school, and my hair isn't actually this wavy, which I think is ridiculous because my mother's hair looks the same way. But however, rumors spread quickly, and the way that he stopped the rumor was he actually cut a piece of my hair off to show to everybody, and it was very much real, because you can tell by the way that you touch the fibers, and he compared it to a synthetic wig fiber, and everyone knew, well, there's no way that that could be a wig.
Very good. We cut your hair to prove it was real. I like it.
Yeah, that seems part
That's awesome. Very cool. All right, so are you guys using the portcullis to head to the kitchen, or are you guys just doing it the traditional way and heading down?
Well, since he went through the effort of making it, we might as well use it.
Go ahead, Alistair, and make a magic check for this, just to see if it actually does go
Oh,
to
dear.
the kitchen. So you're gonna that difficulty, I believe, was I think it was a 10 for that we said for your portcullis spell, from previous.
Forgive me, you have to walk me through how to.
Sure, I think portcullis was flight is what we used as the magic check, and then you get to add a D4 magic die to it as well.
I'll do. Roll.
Are you using Roll20 to roll it? I think all you got to do is click on it in the character sheet.
It was flight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. Did it do any? Bonus magic.
Mhm.
Bonus, and I get another plus for it, or no?
Do you have a bonus in your magic under flight on your character sheet? You look under flight. Is there a number next to?
I have
magic?
+1. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. So with a result of 11, you beat the DC. So
D10 plus- Yep.
the roller. So you successfully created a door from your common room that takes you to the kitchen. And you guys, since you succeeded, you guys can narrate the scene as you guys head that way.
I'm gonna stand up and immediately collapse back down, as I have definitely not moved in several days. And be like, if you just help me up, we can.
Yes, and I help
think
him
I might
up.
be hungry.
I think you might be. And I help him up and I say, well, first, I think you should stretch and try to touch your toes. You've been sitting for what looks like quite a while, and if you try to start walking now, I do imagine it will not go as well as you might think. So maybe let's do some stretching, roll your neck around a little bit, and then we'll get food, all right? Come along, Salem. And I call for my cat.
Cat meows and runs your way and hops up onto your shoulder, purring in the process.
We'll do like neck stretch 1, neck stretch 2, go to touch my toes, and collapse over again.
And I help him up again, and I say, well, I'm not your mother, but I do think that you should try to have a schedule for when you're eating and when you get up to stretch between readings. I always try to stretch between every, I would say 60 to 100 pages that I read. And I find that it helps that every time I do that, I'm never quite sore when I have to stand up and walk. I'm
slowly backing towards the portcullis.
So good.
You
guys.
I have to figure out how to get a familiar. I've heard they're very hopeful. Actually, I do have a familiar. And he's in.
I was gonna say, I thought everybody started with one. If you,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unless Alistair lost his somehow.
Alistair, where are you?
Alistair, quick question for you. What is your overall relationship like with Miss Julia Sprout here? Do you have a positive or negative relationship with Julia?
Let's go with a negative, but not in a bad way.
Okay.
Wait, I think. Yeah, we'll go with negative.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20 for me, and we'll develop this relationship a little bit further.
Alright, we roll here. A 9.
A 9, you got it. Okay. We'll see where this takes us. What is Julia planning that you need to stop her from carrying out?
Let's see. She has been very big on rallying people to the student government. And I'm not entirely sure that's going to be to my benefit.
Okay, you're right.
Specifically the active engagement aspect of student government. I would much prefer to be sitting around, like reading books, self-study, instead of being actively involved. I feel like I've been signed up to be treasury or secretary for the student government, probably against my will or knowledge.
Yes, absolutely. I probably put your name down for treasury, I would say.
You've been
and told you
nominated.
about it after you got the position.
That's
I voted for him. I thought it was funny.
I imagine Jameson probably went around and got all his friends to like vote
Yeah.
for you too. So it's like
I like painted in the boys' bathroom on the wall. Vote for him.
vote for Alistair.
Yeah.
That's so good. All right, as you guys head to the kitchen, we're going to transition over to Miss Medea. Medea, you have been hearing all sorts of rumors about what has been going on at school over the past week. But you and Terry have been kind of like the only ones that actually had like a first-hand experience and got to see it with your own eyes. So some of it's not sitting well with you, some of it you find hilarious. But eventually it's kind of starting to get to you. People are out there just chatting and talking away, and just some of this stuff is just off the wall, like not even close to the reality. But you make your way, and you do bump into Jameson in the hallways as he looks like he's maybe taken a short time, a little break from his major pranks after the whole table incident. Letting it part of being a good prankster is knowing when to prank.
Yeah.
So he's kind of letting it chill down a little bit until he gets so he can hit that high note once again.
I probably actually definitely just walked into her on accident because I'm reading that Forbidden Spatial Magics book that I took from the library.
Actually, considering that, I would like Jameson, since you mentioned it, I would like you to make a brains check for me. This is just based on your stat. So,
okay.
The difficulty on this is going to be an 8.
Okay.
Got it.
I have to roll
What's
for it.
wrong?
I can't do cool under pressure for this. Nope. It's a 4.
Okay. Yep. Reading your book.
I'm just trying to get it.
Yep.
Scratching my head with my wand, like.
That's right. A lot of this is real deep stuff. It's pretty hard to understand as you're wrestling through the pages. But you do bump into Medea in the hallway as she's making her way around. And if it's Saturday, you guys don't have class today, so it's kind of like a free day for you guys.
Right, Jameson.
Hello.
Hey, what are you doing?
I like tap the book with my wand and make it disappear.
Okay.
I was not doing anything.
Medea, you probably didn't have a real in-depth conversation with any of the others about what you and Terry saw. At this point, they probably only heard like some second and third hand rumors that had been flying around the school. So
Yeah. Right, you're not doing anything.
Did you do it?
Do what?
Did you turn the professor? Or did you petrify the professor?
Did not. I didn't. I swear I didn't do it. I found him like that.
Do I
Do you
believe her?
really think I would do that?
Go ahead and make a check.
And like I'm looking up at him with like big eyes and just like
Let's just call this. What would an insight kind of thing be in this game? Probably charm, maybe.
Okay.
I would say charm. Just this is based off your stat, not your magic.
That's an 8.
An 8. It seems like she got real defensive real quick when you said that.
That's fair.
So there wasn't even hesitation enough for her to think about something else to say or things like that. So you didn't see any ticks or anything that would throw off that she's lying or anything.
That's fair. Okay. I believe you.
I mean,
Yeah.
you are a student in a magical school. You're not like a CSI agent or anything either. So
Yeah. But I want to be one.
All right.
You do want to be one.
I have definitely been trying to figure out who did it in between trying to read that book. So I'm like walking around just watching people at the same time.
Okay.
I think I would do that, Jameson.
Listen, it's always the ones you least expect. So I had to question you.
You and other people. Ugh.
Well, that and other people have been talking about it a lot, and honestly kind of upset that they're not talking about the table as much anymore. But
I really would like if they just talk about the table. It's already kind of creepy as it is, and then these freaking rumors. Grandpa's going to have a fit.
I'm very awkward when it comes to social interaction, so I just kind of give you one of those like side hug pats. Just like, it's okay, it's all right. Rumors happen.
Like, this can tarnish my reputation. I mean, I guess being part of the fucking Law family doesn't help, but
if it helps you, I'm not worried about like it affecting your reputation at all. I think it's pretty funny, honestly, that people would suspect you anyway.
hey, why would you think it's funny?
I mean, it's just I don't think you would actually do that. I just had to ask for my own personal knowledge, I guess.
Yeah, and Terry's avoiding me. Thought we were going to be friends.
I mean, is that such a bad thing? He's kind of bad luck, you know?
Bad luck. I think it's just. I think he's just. I don't know. But I don't think he's just bad luck. I don't think he's the cause of bad luck. That's just being mean.
What if he did it?
He didn't. I was with him.
Were you with him all day?
Well, we went up there together.
Yeah, but
And he
before
was-
that, you don't know how long that guy or that professor was petrified for.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Terry. Like, he was equally as shocked as I was. I think even more so. He was even scared of the observation room.
It's always the ones you least expect. I'm just saying.
Jameson,
Were you going somewhere? Do you want company or something? I don't know.
I would like to hang out. A lot of people are kind of either avoiding me or they give me some weird stares, and it's getting. I don't know. It's hurting my feelings, to be honest.
That's fair. Oh, okay. I did have plans, but that's okay. I will be a good friend. I was kind of hoping you would say no, but you didn't. So
Then, and I will walk off. And I will walk past them. I handle it myself.
Right. As you guys are walking off, you do notice that there's a group of students kind of rushing down the hallway. It seems like they're chatting back and forth about being late. And a couple are taking what look to be flyers, and they're sticking them to the sides of the wall and just kind of sealing them. Most of them are just like crooked and off center and placed on. Some are taping them to door windows and other things. They're just putting all these flyers, and there seems to be some kind of animation going on in the flyers, some magical animation. And
are there a lot of flyers?
Oh yeah, they're like spreading them around the school.
Like, do they have stacks in their hands?
Yeah, it looks like they got another stack of papers, and they're rushing. It looks like they're headed towards like the main dining room or something like that, towards the main...
I'm gonna conjure an oil slick
Okay.
in the middle of the hallway.
Fantastic.
Right where they're walking.
Let's go ahead and make a magic check. Let's see what kind
Okay.
of magic this will be. What for an oil slick? Okay. So you're basically conjuring something out of nothing. So let's see. There was a.
I feel like that's probably a solid fight.
Yeah, we'll go with a fight check on that.
Okay.
So +3. So that's 6. How long do you want the oil slick to last?
Just, until they slip.
Okay. Hey, the difficulty on this is going to be an average 8.
I can't make that.
Well, if you have lucky break exploding dice, if you roll
yeah.
the highest number, it explodes and you get to roll it again, remember?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta roll the d4 because it's a spell.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 4. Did those explode too?
Magic dice do not explode.
Dang. Okay, that puts me at a
Yeah.
5.
Puts you at 5. You have adversity tokens.
How do those work again?
You start out the session with 3. So you could spend all 3 right now and succeed.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna waste all of those adversity tokens.
Okay. So you burn through all 3 of your adversity tokens, but the oil slick does happen, and you may narrate what happens.
I just quickly flick my wand at the ground, and just it splatters or conjure splatters onto the ground
Okay.
as they walk and all slip with the papers flying everywhere.
Flying, just a cloud of papers in the air as their paper feather falling down towards the oil as they get close. Couple of them
And
try
cool
to...
guys don't look at explosions, so I just turn around and keep walking away.
You do this slow motion walk away as the papers are just flying through the hallway.
Yeah.
And one of these papers actually lands in front of you, and you realize, oh, I forgot. At the beginning of every school year, they do a social dance at the end of the first week.
Oh.
It's called the Weeping Waltz, and that's tonight. And people are frantically trying to get ready for it. They're trying to get a date. It looks like these people were probably headed as part of the decorating committee, and they were running a little bit late to try to go down and decorate the main hallway for the ball. So you just...
Now they're really late.
Now they're really late, and they got a lot of flyers to pick up. And Jameson...
Do you remember about the dance?
What happened?
The dance that's happening tonight?
God. Great. Now I have to get ready for a dance on top of being a social pariah. Lovely. Oh,
I mean, you don't have to go. But
No, I
there
have
would
to
be a
go.
lot of rumors if you didn't go.
yes, I have to go.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Have fun.
I'm gonna kick him in his shin.
Okay. You get kicked in the shin. This is a swift kick.
That's all right. I understand you're angry. I was going to offer to go to give assistance, but
What? You wasn't gonna go?
I never go. I went first year, but it's mostly just a lot of the other first years being really excited about being at their first big wizarding school, and they all just start acting up and causing a bunch of commotion, and it's super annoying.
Oh, Jameson, please, for me.
I don't know, you kicked my shins, so... yeah.
I'll help you with a prank.
You saying I need help with pranks right now?
No, I'm not saying you need help. I'm saying when you want to do a major one, I can help. As if like an IOU. Please, Jameson, please don't make me go by myself. I'm too pretty.
I can promise you the puppy dog eyes aren't going to work on me, but I'll go as a friend. I'm willing to assist a friend in need.
Thank you. Well,
Don't
then
expect
I
me
have
to look pretty.
Sure, Jameson. I have to go think about what I'm going to wear and how I'm going to do my hair. To the library. I'll be right back. Well, see you tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm not going to be here when you come back, so...
Yeah, I figured. It's a lot of stuff going on, Jameson. Please. Do not point out my flaws. I do not like that. And I'm going to run off.
Medea storms off down the hall.
I take the book back out and continue walking down the hallways.
That minute of the oil slick has passed, so now all the oil has just disappeared. And all the students in the hall that were standing there are now picking up flyers and looking at the floor like, what? And like, because it's completely dry, there's nothing there. And you just have yourself a little smirk and then head off in the opposite direction. We'll transition back to the main dining hall as lunch has been served. And lunch on it's kind of like breakfast here at Weeping Terrace is kind of like a grab and go style. On the weekends, it's kind of like the dining hall is usually open at certain times, and then people just come and go as they wish. It's not like a certain like scheduled times, kind of like if you were a college on a college meal plan, so to speak, and you go to these different places and pick up food at different times. So Julia and Alistair, you guys make your way to the Avenoches table, and you guys are enjoying some food. Jameson, would you be interested in heading to the lunch to get yourself some food for this? Or would you
There are two reasons I would go to lunch. Number one is I'm looking for any shady individuals other than the weird kid.
Okay, other than the weird
Number
kid.
two, Alistair gives me all of his dessert for the next week.
That's true. That's true. You do
have
have
to
extra dessert. Yes. So with dessert on his mind, Jameson makes his way into the dining quarters as well. To your surprise, Jameson, they've installed all new tables.
New tables?
And they're made of some type of metal.
Well, that can still be animated. I don't know why they thought the material would change. I mean, it might be a little bit harder, but...
They thought these ones would be a little bit more fire resistant.
Oh, that's fair. That wasn't my
fault. They're still covered in the nice color drop cloths of your houses. There's 4 really long tables in this room that the Avenoches group of Julia and Alistair sitting at the purple and black table. You being Physis Nephi, yours is the blue and silver table, which has a table now. It's been replaced after last incident that occurred, where the table chased Terry out of the dining hall, and then Terry turned around and fireballed the table, causing quite a ruckus. But yeah, you chime in, and you can see Alistair kind of makes eye contact with you for just a moment after the disturbing thing you've witnessed a few days ago, where you were challenged to make that Hamilton Minx laugh, and his laugh was kind of robotic and creepy. Yes,
yeah,
it did not sit well. Alistair didn't think that counted, but you still took it as a win for you and
100%.
Claimed all those desserts.
100%. And I will make my way over to Alistair and sit right next to him.
You got it,
my good buddy.
I am drinking my I forgot to eat and sleep for a few days thing that they have more or less agreed to give me, which is basically just like a protein shake. I'm gonna look over Jameson's. They already put the pudding in the shake. I can split some with you.
That's fine. I see you did that again, so it's all yours.
I thought it was. I mean, you can I have cookies, biscuits? I don't know what they call them here.
And I didn't hear what you said.
Well, you can have my pudding. I don't want any today.
Oh. All right. Cool. I'll take her pudding. I won't even question it.
He slides the pudding over. Jameson takes it, grabs a spoon, and just starts eating. Cool.
What are you doing this evening?
Well, apparently I'm going to the dance. So.
Speaking of the dance, you do know, Alistair, that as a member of the student government, you do have to attend.
That's fair, you really do.
I finally remembered what I was researching, and I remember why I got to that conspiracy book. Sometimes people paralyze themselves to get out of awkward situations, and I was trying to figure out how.
Well, you do have to go, and most people have dates. Now, I don't have a date, and I'm not saying that it would be anything along the lines of like a romantic thing, but since we are both members of the student government, I think it would make sense for us to go together.
I 100% agree.
Did I just get outvoted?
Yep.
Sure. I have a spell for that. Great. Okay, sure, let's go.
Wait, you have a spell for what?
Oh, no, you'll see. You'll see.
Panicking.
Gosh.
As you guys
See you
are
in
sitting
7.
there, and you guys have made this arrangement, this date, and Jameson has like pudding kind of hanging off the side of his mouth there as he's enjoying. One of the faculty members comes up to you guys, named Alda Silvercrab. She approaches Professor Silvercrab, and she has a student with her that is wearing the robes of Avanoches. She is light skinned with lots of freckles, very tight double braids kind of come down over her shoulders, and very shiny set of bangs that come down right above her eyebrows. And she walks over to you, and Professor Silvercrab looks at all three of you and says, welcome, students. I wanted to introduce to you another exchange student we have joining us here at Weeping Terrace. This is Miss Heather Pat.
Nice to meet you, Pat.
It's lovely to meet you.
There you go.
Hi there.
And then Professor Silvercrab seems to just take 3 steps back from you guys, and then goes and kind of just jolts away. And you notice that this Heather individual is just kind of blankly staring at all of you,
Not another one.
and not she doesn't blink. She just looks at you all and says, "Hello."
Well, hello, I'm Julia.
I'm Heather Pat.
Yes, she said that. Are you hungry?
No.
All right. Would you like to sit?
Yes.
Alistair,
right.
it's spreading.
And this young lady sits down across from you, across the table, and just sits down, and just very nice posture, straight backed, head just directly forward, no blinking at all.
Oh, would you look at the time?
Hey, Jameson, double or nothing.
Oh, 2 weeks of dessert?
And it won't even be pre-blended.
I point my wand at her.
You gonna cast a spell on her?
I'm gonna try to make her laugh.
Okay. Go ahead and make. I think that was a. What did we say that was before?
I can't remember if we said charm or flight.
I think it was
It
charm.
was one of those. I think it was charm.
It was a charm check. And I think I can't remember the difficulty on it. I'll double check my chart here. Yeah, this is an average difficulty as well, so it's going to be 8.
Okay, I rolled my charm. It exploded.
Oh.
So that is a 16.
16. You have successfully cast your your hideous laughter spell on this, and much, well, I guess probably not to your surprise, but it's very similar to what happened when you cast it on Hamilton. She sits there, nice, and she starts going. For a whole minute. And then when it's done, her mouth just closes and she just sits there and stares at you once again, not blinking.
You want the last half of my smoothie? I've lost that. My appetite.
I really can't eat anything now.
So Miss Pat, where are you exchanging from?
I come from the School of the Stars.
Right. So what was your house there?
It was nice.
Well, this is lovely. I have some research to do, and I'll just get up and walk away.
Yeah, I was gonna help Alistair with his research.
7 o'clock, don't forget.
I won't let him.
He won't let me. I can guarantee that much.
As you're standing, Alistair, Heather Pat looks at you and says, "Research? You mean books?"
Oh, absolutely.
Can you show me where to find the books?
Oh, you're a...
Idea. Why don't we
Sure,
all
yeah,
go
let's-
together?
Yeah. Let's... Yeah.
Oh man, I forgot I had a thing. I can't help you, Alistair.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's just... We're just gonna go check out some books.
Are you sure it's fine?
It's books. I mean, if we happen to get engrossed in reading for the next several hours, that's, you know, a thing that can happen.
I like books.
I like
So do
books,
I.
too.
I also like books, but I don't know. Anyways, oh sure, I'll come. I guess.
Okay. So you guys are all standing up. Jameson taking the last couple bites of the pudding that he had. He's cringing the whole way as Heather Pat seems to be and she walks in such a way that there's no bob to her walk. It's kind of like if you could only see like her waist up, it would look like she was like hovering or floating along the way that she moves her feet as you guys move along. Like she's clearly walking, like you can see her walking, but there's no bob. It's like a
I'm not
straight
being
even.
I am absolutely taking notes as we're walking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking behind her with my wand in my sleeve like this, just like
Okay.
kind of pointed at her,
Okay.
just in case.
Okay. While that was
Peeking
occurring,
at Alistair's notes.
oh, you're peeking at Alistair's notes. Alistair, you're just writing, right?
Oh,
So
no,
you're not trying to
no,
hide
so-
it.
No, I'm not trying to hide anything.
Okay.
I am absolutely documenting these students of the house of the School of the Stars.
Okay.
I'm trying to it's like a bunch of like scrawled crazy person notes where it's like the one guy that I don't remember his name, and like his traits, and then like just like lines to like this girl's traits, and trying to figure out what the connections could be.
Okay.
Like, the word "School of the Stars" is like circled a bunch of times. Like,
Yeah. Go
like,
ahead and
knows
make
what-
make a check for me. I want this to be a make a brains check for me. The difficulty
Right.
on this is going to be a little bit above average. It's going to be an 11 for this one.
Is this magic or stat?
This is just stat.
Bonus.
Wow. Nice.
I would say I hope I don't fail this because brains is my d20. So
That's a 15. As you are carefully inspecting this young lady, as you guys are walking, you look closer at her hands. She's got what looks to be chalk dust on her hands, and a little bit has rubbed off on her robe a little bit, like she had rubbed a little bit of chalk dust kind of like on her robe.
So as we're walking, we're gonna be like, hey, so have you been practicing any spell circles or taking any notes on in class, Miss Pat?
I like class.
Well, he doesn't have any, so
Who, me?
I'm kidding.
I have
You are the classiest person.
classes. I'm not classy. I have classes.
I also like circles. Do you know of circles?
Yes. Have you been working on any?
Working some.
I hope to see the fruits of your labor soon. I'm always interested in learning new
Aye.
magic.
Maybe you could help.
Oh? And what exact kind of help do you need?
First, help finding books.
Well, we're about to do that right now, aren't we?
Yes.
Yep.
What kind of books are you looking for?
Books about runes.
Is it for class? Is it for a project in class?
Yes.
What's your professor's name?
What's your professor's name?
I know exactly where to find a book on runes. Jameson, I think you remember where that spot was, right? The hidden bookshelf.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go check that out.
Yeah. Sure.
Bookshelf.
Oh, there was an incident. But everything's fine.
Could I
So-
get 1 second, please? I need to tie my shoe.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around away from the kid.
Okay.
I'm gonna open my robes up a little bit,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna let Who out, and I'm gonna send Who to get Medea because I don't know what's happening.
Okay. What is who?
Who is my familiar, and Who is a little owl cat.
A little owl cat.
He's
okay.
a black owl cat.
All right.
Salem playfully hisses.
Who acknowledges, but is very driven and goes to go get Medea.
heads off towards to find Medea. Medea, we're gonna transition over to you. You, I believe, went to the library to see if you could
Yes.
find something. You're looking for a way to find something to wear, I guess, for the dance. Is that what your intent
No.
was? No. Okay.
I am in the library
Okay.
during this entire transaction. If she finds the book, she is looking for a book on modifying memories.
Ooh. Okay. Go ahead and make a. Let me see really quickly what we're going to call this. I guess the best thing I could say would be a brains check.
Brains?
Yeah, and this would be
Okay.
just stat unless you're using some kind of magic or you want to.
No.
Okay. It's gonna be difficult, so it's gonna be a 12 is gonna be your difficulty class.
12?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think I can do it.
You still you do have a chance for exploding dice, and you do have your adversity tokens as well. So just remember that.
Alright. Okay, I'm not going to use my dice because I'm nervous. I'm going to use the. Do I just click it?
Yeah, I think if you just click on it in your character sheet, it'll roll for you in roll 20. It might ask. There'll be a couple options I think that pop up.
Okay, yeah, it says bonus stat magic. Now I have nothing, so.
Okay.
Submit. What? Submit?
Ooh,
Yep, nope.
that's a 2. So even with adversity tokens, it's not going to get you up to what you need. But the good
Yeah,
thing
no.
is you gain an adversity token for your failed check. So you now have
Okay.
4 adversity tokens that can be used in the future. The way that these books are on the shelves and you're kind of looking around for a memory altering book of some sort,
Mhm.
which is surely going to be masked with some kind of illusion magic on the binding. It probably has like a completely different title. It's probably
Yeah.
masked as like a cookbook or some kind of other book on the shelf.
Mhm.
You're just not having very much luck as you're digging through. But as you're going through, you do see there is another student in the library looking around at books. A familiar student. It's Hamilton Minks.
Oh no, not a creepy guy.
And he's digging. He looks like he's digging through some shelves. Very straight posture. He'll eventually he'll like lean closer to some of the books and look at them and scan, and then he'll pull one book out slowly and start turning a couple pages. Like you're in the same row, but it's one of those things where you're in kind of like a row at a bookstore, and the stranger doesn't even acknowledge your existence,
Yeah.
and then closes the book again and slides it back onto the shelf, and then slides over a few more rows and just looking through some of these books.
I'm not going to bother with that. And I'm gonna go walk through the aisles, but I'm going to, as I'm still looking,
Mhm.
I am going to try to cast like a sending message.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to cast it so I can get in contact with my grandfather.
Okay. All right. Let's see what the difficulty of this is going to be. This is a communications kind of check, so this might be a brains related magic check.
Oh, go away. Another one.
And I think the difficulty on this is gonna be. Do you want just like a short message, or do you want to be like a dial-up phone conversation kind of thing?
A
where you-
dial-up phone
Oh,
conversation.
you got
'Cause
it.
I know I have a phone, but I was like, we're in a spatial place, so I doubt it would work.
Okay. So that'll add a little bit of difficulty to it.
Yeah.
I would say the difficulty for this is going to be a 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll again, brains.
Brains, but this is a magic check, so you do get to D4.
Okay.
And it's $5 for every 10 minutes.
We're not doing
that.
Oh, I hated that.
Interdimensional calling is very expensive.
Okay, so it says bonus/penalties. I just leave that as a 0, right?
Well, unless you have like a +1
Do
to
you-
your magic.
No, I don't have nothing to bring.
Don't have anything for brains, yeah. So it's just gonna be, yeah, you don't have any bonus except for that D4 for your magic.
Okay. How did I get a 1? Did I not roll a D4?
You rolled a 1. Go ahead and roll a D4. Just go, yeah. I think you might have to manually roll that on this side.
Yeah, I only got a 4.
If you get a 4 on your D4, what did you roll on your D4?
I rolled a 3.
Okay, so even if you spend all your adversity tokens, it only get you to an 8, so you still wouldn't succeed on this check. So you're trying to cast your spell and reach out, but you just get like these lines of static in your mind, like it's a wireless interference. It's probably one of the other characters in our story being on their phone or something, and the wireless connection is causing some interference.
Knowing that she failed at both of her things, her flaw kicks in, and she just falls, literally just lays against the bookshelf.
Okay.
And it's, why can't I do anything right? Oh, fucking some bullshit. I can't even cast. I can't find a book. I can't even contact Grandpa. Oh my god, what's the point?
As you're doing this, don't forget you can add another adversity token, so you're up to 5 now.
Jesus Christ!
and Hamilton Minx, as you're doing this, you're leaning up against the bookshelf, bumps into you awkwardly, beside you, but doesn't apologize, doesn't acknowledge you, just continues to look at the books that your head is on.
I didn't register that it was him. I just instantly Christ, you could at least say you're sorry. And I look towards Hamilton.
He slowly looks at you, not blinking, not even changing the expression on his face. He's not disgusted. He's not happy. He just looks at you and goes, "Sorry." And then turns his head back to the books.
Gosh.
And that's where we're going to end this episode of Kids on Brooms.